All right, today, something different. So we're gonna try to get this thing back on the road, and we need to get the heads off of here. So that's what we're gonna work on. It's raining. That's the best time to work outside, but that's the way it's gonna be. So let's get started. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and today we're working on a Ford car. But I need to get the heads off of this so that I can swap them out at the head shop with the 1655 head and the 1355 head, which are there, and he called and said they're done. This has a twisted off bolt in that head right there from the exhaust manifold. I was driving down the highway and I hit a patch of flood water, and I guess the cool water hitting the hot manifold cracked it in two. And when I went to take it off, one of the bolts was twisted off, and I can't get to it because it's right behind the suspension there. So I figure while I have it off, I might as well let this guy go through it and make sure that it's okay. However, this is also sadness because everything is bolted to the head. All this has to come loose. Alternator comes loose. And of course, we've got to take our intake off, which is full of stuff. And I don't think our weather's going to cooperate. I have a feeling that I'm going to be rained out of this affair, but I got to try to make some progress because this project has went on long enough. So I like this car, and I haven't drove it for a year now because of this. So it's time to get with it. Where to begin? Just start hacking? Yeah. Oh, okay. God dang it. Well, I ruined these. That's great. These are the expensive ones that are supposed to be good forever. So that's great. Why are these so stuck on there? They're not that old. That one's destroyed anyway. Okay. I don't know, guys. This car does have the Pertronics ignition in it, which I learned a lot of stuff about because of this car. When I got it, the guy had it wired up in such a way that when you hit the brake lights, the car would die. So you have to make sure you have a good solid 12 volts to it, and you can't use the factory wire because it is a resistor wire. I've run into that on several vehicles when people change them over or whatever. Yep, I'm gonna get wet here, and not in a good way. Well, I dropped that. That's fine. This is gonna be a headache. I don't really look forward to this. It's just one of those things. It's not my thing. Jeez. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to afford to pay somebody to do this instead of fooling with this in the rain? And then having it half opened and half not. My plan here is pull the intake off with the carburetor on it. And yeah, that's my plan. How is it gonna work? Probably about as well as everything else works out for me all the time. Let's see here. In order to do that, it shouldn't be that difficult. Those, of course, are the wrong size. Yeah, it's gonna start to rain and I'm gonna get soaked. That's cool though. I didn't need to be dry. I really don't want to make 2 trips to this place if I don't have to. If I can get it all done in one shebang. I should have started working on this the second I came home from the other, taking them, is what I'm saying. Oh, great. Yeah. We just got to be able to get our stuff out of the way. Get the intake off, then the stuff can lay back in the center if it has to. And then we'll, you know, take her back and forth, whatever we have to do. Alright. Miserable weather? Yeah. Having to get it done? Yeah, that's it. Can't see what we're doing? Yep. One of those days. It's got to go in and down. And then it should spring off of there. There. Kick down rod. Got enough room to get it out of the way, I hope. Same type of deal. I think we can go to the side, pull the intake off, and then swing her back over. This will pull loose easy. This needs disconnected. I got that done. I think we're down to fuel and water. Would be nice to leave those intact, but instead of, we can put it back when we're done, so I'm not open, sitting open. Sure. Oh, come on. Oh, that's rusty and doesn't work, I'm sure. That's fine. This is so much fun in the rain. So much fun. Okay. Come on over there. Oh, there. Yep, that's rusted off, as most of these are. That metal tube is usually a point of failure on some of these old cars. I'm following all of the National Weather Administration's guides on, you know, appropriately working outside in the lightning. I think it'd be good to vacuum with the shop vac some of that trash before we pull the intake off. So I think in the meantime I'm going to see about taking some of this other stuff loose maybe. Alternator seems like a logical thing to do. Maybe it would be easy to get to. I'm going to put my coat on so I don't get soaked. I think it takes every single size to get everything loose. Let's loosen this. And the air conditioner did work, so I really hate to open that up, but we're going to try to do it without that. If I can get that lower cast bracket loose. I don't know that I can. I might be able to, well, I'll explain that in a minute. The problem is there's a sheet metal brace up front that goes from the water pump up to this cast bracket, and I don't know that I can get everything loose. It might just be those two. I can't remember. Yeah, it's a lot more involved than it looks. There's 2 bolts. just can't remember how this is. If there's a third bolt back there behind, then I'm had. I'm pretty sure there is. Well, we're gonna have to take her all loose. That's just the way it is. So, alright, no sugarcoating her, boys. They just really like to cram all this stuff in. Disconnect our compressor wire too, which somebody else has already cut at one time. If I could get my fat arm in there and take those bolts loose out of the fan, I might not have to pull the radiator. What are the chances of that? No, probably pretty low. This is an aluminum fan, so it's sharp as can be. See, all this is new. That's the thing. I've had this all loose once already. So, wouldn't it have been nice for that to break before I put all this on the car, so that I didn't have to do it more than once? Now you can see what's happening. I got two of them loose. I want to break them all loose, I think, first. Sure, fling it into our radiator, which is aluminum. Soft, malleable aluminum. That's loose. One of these isn't loose. Come on, which one is it? That one. And this fan will peel your hide too, I'm here to tell you. It is sharp. Come on, car. Sweetheart, let's go. Come on, Flexolite. Alright. Now, can I take this off as one? I don't remember how that goes. I think I can. Yeah. Come on over there. Well, we're having issues. Come on. Different types of metals. Okay, well, all to do that right there. That's what we had to do that for. Take all that loose to get this out of our way. Just ridiculous. Get all our belts out. Did we keep a track of order? No. We might just buy new ones. Even though they're not old. Alright. Like I said, this was all just to get to 2 bolts so we could get this bracket off. So stupid. You guys got to do that. And then what'll happen? The water pump will probably start leaking when we go back together. My hoodie string is in your face. I don't even need them both, do I? No, I just needed this one. But I might as well take this out of the way. Alright. Now, oh, this goes behind that bracket that was in our way. Yeah. I'm trying to talk to myself for the reassembly process. Oh yeah, okay, these don't go into the block, dum-dum. So we're good. Okay. Now, taking our triangle shape nonsense off. Isn't this nuts that you gotta strip it all the way down and then drop your ratchet to the ground? Isn't that crazy how that works? We're gonna need a deep well probably. Yep. Because we can't ever catch a break. We could try it with the open-end wrench, but that's gonna be sadness probably. Oh. How about that? Okay. Well, another piece of sadness aside. Get that loose. Maybe I've had all this off before. I'm pretty sure I did because I put the water pump on. Come on out of there. Stop. Don't fall to the ground. You just hold your horses. Okay, that fell down out of our way. What else is under here? There's one back there, and then one down lower, and then I think that bracket will go off. Yeah. How about that? See what it is? Wouldn't have had to get it off of there, would I have? Oh, and I didn't even have to take that bolt loose. It just, right? No. I see it now. This is our next goal. Come on. Come on. Well, I'm gonna have to get a better socket, deep well. Is it gonna come off of there without twisting off? Oh, I hope so. Every one of these is gonna be where it came out, and I wouldn't have had to take all this probably loose. But if I had tried it the other way, it wouldn't have come out that way. I actually don't know that I could have got to that one in the back side, so whatever. Will you lay there in a way that won't crush my radiator? We should just get down as low as possible to start with. Where do we want to go so that we get maximum crushage when it falls? Probably right there. All right, well, we're on the second hour of footage, so I know this is gonna be just wonderful. But I got my, what I call long john, a long 3/8 ratchet, which gives you the leverage you need to make things go easy. We don't need that light on. I brought a light too. I could have used it a while ago. Now this, we got to take two out because the lifting eyes for the engine bolt to this, and that might have been one of the ones that broke off for me. I can't remember. I think it was on the other side. I don't know how to get you where you can see what's happening, but that's my eternal struggle. I know. Come on. Hopefully this video gets 1 million views and it'll pay for this project. See, my plan is to just take these out, let the manifold hang, and then put her back in when we're done. I'm just going with stock stuff. This is a very original car, and I really don't need any more than that. I mean, I don't need to spend big bucks. It's fast enough now, that's what I'm saying. Almost scary fast. for the size that it is. Come on. You know, why couldn't this have happened on the other side like this with all the bolts coming out? You know how much more better that would have been? We would have never been doing this. Maybe there's a reason, you know. Maybe we'll find out later on that something was wrong and pulling the heads prevented something bad from happening. Geez. This is hard, and it's even harder when you're fat, because you just can't get your body in there. I think I'm going to switch to my end ratchet. I'll show you that in a minute. Alright, so this here ratchet, which you can take a look at, came from Walmart actually. But what's neat about it is you can turn the handle, and no matter which way you turn it, it will rotate the socket the way that you set it. So for this situation, it's perfect, because all I got to do is hold it on there, and I can just twist her back and forth. You can go the same direction, you can go back and forth, whatever, and it will unscrew that thing right out of there. That thing has been a lifesaver several times. Now, what else is left? One more? I think there is one more left. Up here. It might be better to switch back to the regular ratchet than this, but oh, come on. It's playing games with me now. It's doing that thing that we just love, you know? Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, that's what we wanted. Drop her down. That should be out of our way now. Alright, I'm thinking shop backing on top of there before we take this off. And my little DeWalt shop back here, if I can get my, there we go. This is pretty handy little deal here. Alright, probably adequate. I think we're ready to delete on the intake manifold, which should not be that difficult in theory, but in practice, we all know how stuff goes down. See, like that right there, that one little tiny fast idle solenoid. Going to keep me from getting that bolt out, and possibly the electric choke on that side. Geez, can I take it off as one? I tell you, it's always something. Maybe we just want to pull the carburetor off too. Didn't really want to, but I think it'll make it easier. I don't know about this. Is this worth it? Take her to the scrapyard. Come on off of there. Throttle spring. Fuel thing. Carburetor. Alright. What's left here, folks? We got, yeah, theory, let's put these here and then drop them down the throat, you know. Wouldn't that suck if you put it all back together and that happened? Probably foreshadowing, that's probably exactly what will happen. We should be about here, shouldn't we? Except for those 4 that are in the middle. They're gonna have to be. Should put a 4-barrel on it now. And a EFI intake. Or, you know what I mean. That EFI system that bolts on in place of a 4-barrel carburetor. Maybe someday, but not now. I like the original. Okay, maybe another vacuum. Okay, so I think that this is ready to pop off of here, provided I can get that to happen. I probably need to get a better... Oh, there we go. Came off easy. I do need to get that loose though, that vacuum line. Okay, come on. Okay. Come off now, squeeze clamp. It'd be nice if I had the right tool, I guess, to do it, but I don't usually keep squeeze clamps. I usually change them over to something more American, because I hate them. God bless America, land that I love, you stupid hose clamp. Come on. It's just not wanting to play with me the way that I want to play with it. So we're just going to play goodbye, squeeze clamp. You had your chance. You had your chance to come apart right, and you didn't do it. Cast iron. Can we get this in a reasonable fashion? Yeah, I did have these off. Poor car. If I die now, nobody will ever finish it. So sad. You know? I gotta make it through to the end of this, where this poor car will be towed to the scrapyard. And it's really too good a car for that. Uh-oh, there was something. Sure. That's probably what was back there that I lost. Let's get this one popped off of there. All right, well, we're on like hour 3 of this, and I got that done. Covered the whole thing up. I'll let you see. This is the feller that started the whole shebang. A twisted out bolt, and then couldn't get her fixed. I might actually, looking at it now, I might see if I can't get that out of there right quick so that he doesn't have to. But anyway, we're gonna trade him these for the ones that he's got done, and hopefully we'll have more projects we can work on. As always, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, tell me what you know, what you like, what you don't like, and you can tell me I did it all wrong and I'm a moron. That's fine too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I just gotta throw this in real quick before we go. I got that to come right out of there. Drilled a hole right through it, easy out, came right out. If I'd have done that on camera, it would have been 4 hours. So, pretty good. Hopefully now I don't have to pay him to do that. I hope it's not chewed up enough that it won't still seal. The sealing surface is still good, so I'll see what he wants to do with that. But I can't believe that came right out because I couldn't even get it to budge in the car. Awesome.